Unboxing a new MacBook is always an experience, but this one feels different. The MacBook M4 is not just a tech upgrade, it's an investment in my creative journey. Today I'm sharing my first impressions, the setup process, and why this laptop might just be the perfect tool for creatives like me. From the unboxing to my workflow, let's dive into what makes the M4 MacBook Pro worth every penny. So why did I decide to upgrade my MacBook? The first reason being this is my old MacBook and it no longer met my needs for what I'm needing anymore. I got this laptop 4 years ago when I was at a completely different place in my life, and I was working in real estate, which is very basic tasks like contract work and emails and just like very simple things. And I was also going to school at the time, which is also very basic tasks. This computer has been great for the past 4 years, and if I were still going down that road, I bet that this computer would have lasted me a lot longer. But now with my needs towards editing and YouTube and social media content, this one was starting to lag a lot, and Final Cut Pro was quitting. I was just running out of space. It's just no longer what I need in a computer. I went from 8 gigabytes of unified memory to 24 gigabytes of unified memory, which is quite the jump. This one has a lot less storage as well. I think it has 256 gigabytes, where the one behind me has 1 terabyte of storage. So this is really important to me because I am creating videos with very large files and they're only going to get bigger the better I get editing and jumping into color grading and all of that, and I want to make sure that I have a good computer that can do so. Another huge reason why I got the new MacBook is because I really wanted to future-proof my workflow. I look at this as an investment into myself now and my future self, and really hoping that this new computer lasts me 4 to 6 years with the price point of it. But I just really wanted to make sure that I was getting something that I could grow into, and as my skills progress and content creation evolves a little bit more, I'm going to need something with a lot more power to it. Things like 4K and 8K video editing, color grading, running multiple very heavy softwares at once like Adobe and Photoshop, and I really wanted to get into color grading like I said. So these are all things that this computer could no longer really do, and this upgrade is going to be a perfect starting point for me to grow into those things. Okay, so why did I choose the MacBook M4 specifically? There are a few reasons, and the first one honestly comes down to budget. This thing is a beast for the price point that you get. I really didn't want to go and upgrade too much. Like, I could have gotten the top-notch computer that Apple sells, but one, that would have been pricey and not really within my budget, and I don't need something at that level yet. I'm still doing basic edits and I'm growing into this content creation role, so I really thought it was important to get something that I could grow into but not get something that was like overkill. The MacBook M4 has way quicker rendering speeds when editing. It has a way longer battery life. It has way more storage. Just like compared to the computer that I was working off of, this is going to be an insane upgrade, going from 8 gigabytes of unified memory to 24 gigabytes. And my specific specs for this new computer is 10 core CPU, 10 core GPU, 24 gigabytes unified memory, 1 terabyte SSD storage, and I also got the 14-inch. I have always had a smaller computer. I think this one is a 14-inch too, but I've never liked having a big bulky setup. I am the type of person who would really like to take my computer on the go and just put it in a bag and make it easier to like take places. I'm not just somebody who sits in one area all the time, and my computer doesn't just stay on my desk. So getting a smaller size was also really important to me, and I think that that's something that you should think through if you are debating between the 14 and the 16-inch. So the other thing I wanted to to mention is why I didn't go with the Air. And again, the MacBook Air is just for more of those basic tasks. This is actually my old computer and it's still a Pro, and that was really important for me even with those basic tasks because I just think the Pros run a lot better and a lot faster. They pack a punch and they have a lot more in them than the Airs. Now, if you are looking for something more basic, I think the Airs are a great budget computer to start out with if you just want a MacBook for basic tasks and entertainment needs. They also have way less ports, and this was a huge selling point for me every single time. The amount of ports that they upgraded with this computer compared to my old computer is great. I am so excited because I constantly run out of ports between my external hard drive, connecting things to my monitors, charging things, my microphones. Like, there is a lot more that goes into content creation than you think, and you start to run out of space really easily. Okay, so my first impressions of pulling this out of the box is it looks like a completely different computer. This one is definitely larger, and I wonder if this is probably the 14-inch when they were still making them smaller, but as you can see, the color is completely different, and the way that they designed these computers now, this one is a lot more square and like rounded off, and it just looks and feels like so much sleeker than my other one. It's also so lightweight for like what this thing does. This computer is like the same weight, and I feel like it's just so much smaller. Like I said, it also has way more ports too. It has a charging port, it has 2 USB ports, a aux port, and an SD card port, which is so sick because I did not have one of those on my old one. I just had 2 USB-C ports on one side and then an aux port on the other, and this baby is loaded on both sides, which I am obsessed with. Another huge thing that I first noticed, and I already knew this because obviously Apple got rid of it quite a while ago, but the touch bar. I had the touch bar on my old computer, and I am so excited that this thing doesn't have a touch bar anymore. I just didn't like it. It didn't help with my workflow at all, and it was honestly a pain in the ass to go up there to turn your brightness on, turn your volume up. I'm just really excited that this one looks clean and it doesn't have a touch bar on it. The display is insane compared to my old computer. I can already tell that much of a difference, and the screen goes a lot wider. It's just a way cleaner setup. The keyboards are longer, the touchpad is bigger. Everything about this is bigger and better, but it also comes at such a compact, lightweight little setup. I am extremely impressed with what Apple has done and how far they have come with the upgrades that they make. The last section that I wanted to talk about was it worth upgrading? And today I could totally say yes, just because my computer is 4 years old and opening this new one is so amazing. But I also want to make sure that I give you guys a fair opinion about it. So I think I'm going to come back and update this video in a month from now and just see how things are going with video editing and running software and just how this computer does compared to my old one. I already know it's going to be so much better, but I still want to share with you guys what the key differences were for upgrading to this one. It has officially been a month with the MacBook M4, and I can confidently say it's been a game changer. From editing 4K videos to running multiple creative apps at once, it handles everything with such ease and efficiency. The Retina XDR display makes everything from video editing to basic tasks so much more enjoyable with its vibrant colors and sharp details. The battery life has been incredible. I can work for hours without worrying about plugging it in. What I love most is how it's taken the frustration out of my workflow. Tasks that used to slow me down, like exporting videos or switching between apps, now happen in a fraction of the time. This MacBook hasn't just improved my productivity, it's opened up a whole new world for me, making creating so much fun again. If you've been thinking about upgrading, I can confidently say this investment has been worth every penny. I wanted to do a little like cost versus benefits analysis, and yes, these computers are pricey. As we all know, it is an investment to get any computer from Apple at any level, but I will say I do think it's worth the investment, especially if you are planning on using it for things like content creation, video editing, and so much more. Like beyond that, I use this thing every single day for entertainment and writing and planning, and there's so many different things that I use on my MacBook that just bring me so much value. Now, the MacBook that I bought I think was around $2,000, which I know is a pretty penny, but I also got a good trade-in value for this 4-year-old computer, and that helped lessen the price a lot. And I also like to think about how many hours is this computer going to be saving me, from slow rendering speeds for editing down to slow run times for huge softwares that I'm running, and how much it's crashing right now compared to this new one, which I don't think I'll have any trouble with. So I will also be saving myself a ton of time, which my time is very valuable to me. So with that being said, I think at this price point, I am super happy with the product so far, and I will definitely update you guys 1 month from now. Okay, so that was a wrap for this video, but I hope that you guys enjoyed this, and I hope that you guys got some value from it. I know that this is a lot different than the other videos that I normally put out, but I actually had a lot of fun making this because I love technology, and that is a huge part of my life, especially with editing and content creation, and I just love growing in this space. I hope that I could help somebody else out to make a decision on their next computer or next investment, and if it's worth it for you guys like it's worth it for me. Comment down below if you are planning on getting a new MacBook anytime soon, and which ones you are looking at and why. I would love to know your guys' opinions, and if you have upgraded to the new M4 for this year yet. If you enjoyed this video, stay tuned for one of my next videos. I'm going to be taking you through a day in my life with the MacBook M4 14-inch. I think it would be really fun to show you guys how I use this MacBook in my day-to-day life, just giving you a little update on my workflows and what I keep on this thing and how much it has helped with my day-to-day life. Thank you guys so much again for watching, and I will see you in my next video.